So we all know that player. But what about redeemed ones? Well, I used to be that guy. The one who always played aloof, brooding, uncooperative characters. Chaotic, stupid to the bone. And did I already mention uncooperative? I mean, really uncooperative. The kind of PC that lets you die cause, you're just not strong enough. Shoots the hostage cause the child will only slow us down. I don't know why I played that way. Probably due to lack of self-confidence. But one day, my best friend told me we should build each other's characters. Like, we get to choose one out of the two traits for the character of each other and vice versa. She puppy-eyed me, never told me why, but I suspect she did it to force me out of my comfort zone. So here we are. The campaign is sort of a fantasy version of the New World colonization, 5th edition, and I'm allowed to choose a class, so here we go. Barbarian, I choose you. She smiles, rolls a dice, human. Works for me. Background, Outlander. A native. I know exactly where I want to go, and I don't want any hindrance. Now I'm creating half of her character. An old elven cleric of life that found faith in a god of balance after the death of his daughter. Her turn. Female. Okay, I'll make it work. Here we go, the last piece of the puzzle. My barbarian is looking for the foreign colonel which killed her tribe, but she doesn't want to hurt him nor make him suffer. She ends my sentence. And this is where I start to lose control of the whole thing. I end up with Ayasha, this 20-year-old neutral good native barbarian dressed like Pocahontas, with 2 axes, ridiculously high rolled stats, which loves picking flowers and always carries a bouquet with her. Who knows why? Looking for the man who killed her tribe, for whatever reason, if not for revenge. Maybe she got the flowers for him? I'm planning to get rid of her at the first chance I get, charging a dragon or whatever. First session, some sort of crossroads outpost, I start playing my usual character. Brooding, aloof, uncooperative. And this is when she starts getting uncooperative. The PC itself, it starts rebelling. Every time I try to act like usual, doesn't matter the stats. I roll horrible. Intimidate the innkeeper to get a lower price? 2. Want to start a brawl cause I'm a girl, but I want to act tough. Nat 1. She falls badly on her butt while the drunkards leave the inn laughing. 3 hours of absolute pain. Outpost gets assaulted by the big bad evil guys, mooks, and mostly I, botch the whole cargo of rolls. TPK becomes a possibility. We choose to run, covering the retreat of the civilians. That's my moment of, I'll fend them from the bridges and cut the ropes. I'm already thinking about my next brooding ranger. She had other plans. The first bandit falls, then the second. Her HP drops, slowly but steadily, but not a single bandit gets past her. They cut the ropes. Bye bye, PC. The DM says, as the bridge starts falling, you feel something grab you. You turn around and see the innkeeper has a rope tied as a belt. When I reach solid ground, all the people are saying things like, "You saved us, milady," and "We owe you our lives." The innkeeper's daughter pulls out a shell necklace and says, "This is for..." I'm not listening. I'm focused on my best friend's face with a smug look, gloating. 4 sessions pass and the story repeats. Every time I try to play the character the way I usually do, my own die doesn't even reach 10, or the DM rolls ridiculously high. But when she's doing something for the party, or for someone else, nothing can stop her. The party starts to joke that Ayasha has a mind of her own. And you know what? It starts to grow on me. Everyone wants to succeed, and if something's running smoothly, well, let's keep doing it. So she starts cooperating with the party, helping people actually. The curse of the bad rolls lasted for the first few sessions, and then it just fell into standard rolls. But, as I said, she started growing on me. That warm, fuzzy feeling when other characters started asking her for advice or to tell her a secret from their past. At first, I was like, well, how do I behave? What do I do? So I just stayed silent. I made up on the spot that she wasn't aloof, she was just shy and not brooding, she just preferred to listen. Slowly, she started becoming the heart of the party, the helpful, caring protector, and I started attending the sessions not for the, oh, I'm the best moments like before, but for the warm, fuzzy feelings, helping an NPC, role-playing the moment when the tiefling rogue wanted to speak to his dead mother. I went for the ancestral protector, and Ayasha helped him, or when the old cleric asked her about her tribe and persuaded the party to accompany her to commemorate her deceased family. It felt good. Really good. Of course, it wasn't all sun and flowers. Things got nasty. Sometimes she failed, and she failed hard. But then again, she was never alone. The story continued. The big bad evil guy wanted to mess with the natives, the independent settlers, and their motherland in order to start a war. And guess who was on his side? Yep, Colonel Tribeslayer. We found out that he came to Ayasha's tribe for fortune telling and for a cure for his dying son. He took a bad trip when he smoked the peace comelette and saw himself becoming a monster. So he proceeded to actualize the prophecy by murdering everyone and joining the big bad evil guy. At the moment, my background was skimpy, so I went with she ran to give flowers to the Colonel Tribeslayer when the massacre started, and this is why she always carried flowers with her, to remember those peaceful times, and she was given for dead after. We get closer to the final showdown. Party members tie their background side quests, except for the Pally, whose quest is basically to stop the big bad evil guy. Final battle approaches. Naval battle. Colonel Badtrip boards our ship with a ton of soldiers just before we reach the big bad evil guy's ship. The battle gets nasty, and we are losing badly when we see an opening to run straight to the old, low HP Colonel. I only have to pass through a couple of his arcane warrior bodyguards' opportunity attacks. I have more than enough HP to withstand some punishment. Problem is, I still don't know what to do, cause she doesn't want to hurt him. She was still the pillar point of kindness. And at that point, I loved being her. So I run, soak the first strike, then the second. Whoa, bad luck. Then the third one crits. A lot. And Booming Blade takes its toll. Party charges try to protect her, but it's not enough. Their turn, one strike on her bleeding body. DM rolls the second. Any last words? Best friend screams, I ask for divine intervention! I've never seen her like this. She's crying. DM says, you've already used that. I don't care! I give up all my powers if you save her! I'll give up everything! The party is silent. I realize I'm holding my breath, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. DM turns to me. You hear a deep voice. My most powerful and beloved herald is willing to trade everything for you. Ask me what you desire, knowing that whatever you will ask, I will take it back from him. I stare blankly at everyone. This is it. Everything in our story has led to this moment, and I have to make it count. I take a cigarette break, cause she's just a young girl, and I know she's probably going to die, and literally is feeling the weight of the world on her shoulders. 10 minutes later, we're ready. Ayasha, 3 words. I just need 3 words. A blinding light descends on her broken body. Everyone stares while she slowly crawls back onto her feet. The Colonel is frozen. She reaches for her backpack, pulls out something, and pushes it on the chest of the Colonel. He stares at a bouquet of colored flowers, and then he feels the hug of the young native. She leans close to his ears and whispers, "No more. Please, no more." Then slowly collapses in a pool of blood, smiling. The DM starts asking for a diplomacy check. Then, before I can roll, he stops me and shakes his head. You know what? You passed it. The colonel orders his soldiers to fall back. The party pushes the attack, and in the end, the big bad is defeated. I spend all the final battle hugged to my best friend. Little tough, kind-hearted Ayasha is buried with her tribe. Party agrees that every year they'll meet at her grave, with flowers. I have never been able to play another stupid party-wrecking character in 6 years of the game. So this is it. This is how a kind, caring barbarian gave her life to change a little bit of mine. This is what D&D is all about. Going on adventures and bringing out the best in people. It's not a game to win per se. It's all about creating a story that makes people feel good when they leave the table. But that's just me. What do you guys think?